Welcome back. And I just checked the weather report temperature gauge out there, and it says 100, 100 degrees. I guess there's a reason I got a little heat stroke yesterday out there fishing all day and pulling that boat in that heat. But and then I did all that grass cutting. So just watch it. Those temperatures out there, it's hot outside, triple digits. And I'm wondering why I'm feeling kind of worn out. But anyway, we're here ready to pull our first command draw for late afternoon, and the turns of this game winding down. So it's all a matter of the command shit draw. Let's see who goes first. Those special command shits in effect. First chit of the 14th of 16th turn. And it is a Confederate chit, and it is wood or Hood. Wood. All right, let me see here. Hood has 2 brigades, I think, still on the board, and that is it that I'm seeing. That is a very opportunistic, lucky chip pull for the Confederates, because this is part of our strategy, is wanting to block these old boys here, or get an attack going on. Yeah, I don't know about getting an attack going on here, because we can't get flanked. We'll have to see what his how he does. How he motivates his men in the late afternoon turn with a 2. Not too good. They're worn out. They're ready to get home. Call it a day. Let's see here. 2 translates into just 4 movement points for Hood. So there you go. That's what he's got to work with. His men are fatigued. I guess what we can interpret that as. We'll be right back. All right, real simple with Hood's men. We're going to move him 1, 2, and then he gets 2 more to get into these woods. More importantly, though, his zone of control locks in with this one, making this pass impossible unless you want to give up your only combat. They have a little skirmish with these boys, so they're pretty well locked the gate on any reinforcements for these boys here. And like I said, if you want to have combat, you're well enough welcome to, but that'll be your only combat for this hex. You only allowed 1 combat, just enough logistics for 1 battle, and on a whole map. Well, it is what it is. If you want to interpret, the way everything was back in the day. So anyway, that is it. Anticlimactic. He did not have artillery, so we might want to have our combat as one of these draws that has artillery. Next one. Ooh, let me see here. Flip that over. It was a Confederate turn. It will now be the Union turn. All right, and specifically the 11th Corps or the 9th Corps. It has on here a little bit of an errata needed. We'll roll, see if the Union can do any better. Who's motivated? Union hitting it out of the park, as I like to say. All right, let me see here. That translates into 8 movement points. Go. And he has artillery. Get the Union ready to fight yet? Oh, let's see what we can do. Yep, we'll be right back. And this is where the game gets good, because like you see, there's only 2 turns left, so only 2 battles or combats can be in effect. I think I can get these units. He has enough movement points to get up here. He has enough movement points to get here. The only thing is, if he gets here, you have to have people attacking here. It's no problem. We can have everybody else go ahead and attack him on that soak off. We can get a flank attack going, reducing his tactical effectiveness by 2. So it'd be tougher for him to roll his number. And that'd be our combat. Then maybe saving this combat here for the last turn and grabbing 2 much needed victory point hexes, and then pretty much turtling it up or trying to do casualties. But that will be most of our attacks. The rest of our turns would have to be nothing but maneuver. So there you go. Unless there's any, residual mandatory attacks from the Confederate moves. Let me think. It might be on our very first chit draw. Yeah, he got a good draw. We can get there and get that flank attack going. Let me see what we can do. That's the before positions. Okay, that'll be 5. We got that hill will go up. That'll be 6, and the woods will be 2, 7, 8. And that's what he'll end up. All right, Next one. 6 and then 7. So we'll get there in only 7. So there you go. We got our flank attack. And in fact, he's getting attacked by both ends. He'll suffer a penalty, I think, on a hill. Let's see here. Yeah, he's got him up there on that big hill. So we'll suffer a penalty. Make sure there ain't no big slopes. Those are all legal slopes. All right. So going up the hill but being flank attacked. These people here can come to his rescue by attacking there, but we got some surprises for him coming over here, so we'll take care of that. Nice way to have a battle. And this will be a definitive battle, I believe. I'm looking around the map. It's make or break. We don't get that spot. It's a big swinging mess, but we'll see what's up. Trying to get some victory points for the score. They'll be settled here with the next turn. Be back for the rest of the moves for, we'll call them 9th Corps this turn. Be back. All right, well, he got there in 6. If I can get the other boys, the other brigade right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That'll do it. Let's put them there and see what we got. I'm pretty sure that'll be a flank attack too. So 2 flank attacks, reducing their, flank attack. Reducing their, subtract 2 from their defender's terrain or tactical effectiveness rating, so that helps big time. Also, with this attack, we'll be able to give one of these an artillery, put our core artillery. So we've got 1 to the attack factors. I don't know how good it'll be, but and we have, of course, Hunt's guns. So we'll take battery A and apply that to this battle here. So artillery for this battle, artillery for this battle. See, Pickett, I do believe, has artillery. We say, yep, bad news. Bad news. All of that artillery comes into play, so he will get artillery here. Does he have core artillery? So let me see who that is. That is, Anderson. You see here now. Anderson even has artillery. And he could have used their core artillery, so here you go. Anderson gets artillery. Bad. Well, you know what? Let's see here. Well, we could use either one core artillery if it comes up to him next. So there you go. Artillery all around. Bad news for the Union attack. All right, that is it. We'll move the combat marker from here. Place it on turn 15. It has been used. We're using it up right away before they can move around and get in position. Going for the victory point hex. I don't know if we'll be able to do it tonight. I got some fantasy sports numbers I got to crush for tonight's game, and that's in 3 hours. She's coming back with groceries. And I really do need to, I got to work on my formula. I'm going to touch up my formula for that showdown game tonight. So I got stuff to do. I think this is going to be it. Hopefully we can get this done maybe later on this week. We come back, key battle in our second to last turn, Gettysburg game. Having a great time, great game. Purchase it if you want a battle of Gettysburg. I don't know, I don't. This is my only one. I'm kind of biased, kind of biased on this one, but this is a great game for your Gettysburg experience. You can see that through the playthrough. We'll be back. All right then, Union, wasting no time. And about the first chit draw. We had Hood, followed by 9th Corps, and they're taking the combat. So we'll go ahead and check out the situation. I did see that there was maybe a mandatory combat here, but it's negated by the fact that he has other units on the same level adjacent and they're in the woods, so no mandatory, or else this boy here would have a mandatory attack, so we would be good on that. Let's go over here to this attack first. We'll go to the opening act, and we got 1, 2, 3 versus a 2 attack factors. It's going to be a 1-to-1. Everybody's got to roll at no die roll modifiers. A 3 versus a 2. They're up in the hill. And it's a flank attack, so up in the hill would be a -1 on the die roll. Or it'd be a +1. Yeah, it'd be a +1 on the die roll. All right, that's for the Union roll. Right now we're rolling for the Confederates, and they have a tactical effectiveness rating of 3. They need to roll that or less, but this is all about the flank attack, so that's -2, so they got to roll a 1 or less to come unscathed from this flank attack and artillery. Oh, you know what though? We gotta take that back. Nobody can use artillery. Oh wait, they can use artillery on us, but we can't use artillery on them because they're in the woods. There you go. So that's ooh. So it's a 2 versus a 2. All right. Yep. Still a 1-to-1. Let's see on this one here. He is in the woods, so he can't fire artillery. He is in the clear, so he can fire artillery. Let me see here if we got that right. Ooh, the person in the woods can fire at the person in the clear, but the clear person can't fire, so there you go. That's that. We had to make an artillery adjustment. So let's see here. We got 1, 2. Ooh, versus a 2. All right. Flank attack. So it still means he has to roll a 1 or less to come unscathed, even without the artillery. Pickett can have his artillery back. And battery A cannot be used. All right. There you go. They can use artillery because he's out in the clear, but we can't use artillery on him because he's in the woods. Makes sense. You could always take cover in the woods. 1 or less to come unscathed. The opening act, and he does not make it. That means he will be eliminated. Put that over there, remind us. And here he's out of command. Ooh, we will have, which unit advance? All right, we got to roll for him first. It's a -1 on their roll. 3 or less. Oh no, +1. 3 or less for the hill. So he suffers a step loss. He's eliminated. Put him over here. Ooh. +1 on the die roll, 2 or less. Oh, he makes it. So we'll have him go ahead and advance up the hill. And that is the story of that attack. Alright. 2 brigades lost. Union coming out on top on that one. Anderson's artillery. Ooh, was not used. Or was it? Yeah, it was used up there. So this will be in a used artillery pile, upside down. Now for the main event. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versus 4. 1-to-1 attack. We'll be right back. Alright, we're up with the updated score. And you can see there most of the victory points are coming from casualties. In this game, step losses are casualties, so the rebels leading the way. And you can see here on the casualty chart, on a list, why they're in the lead. We're going to try to, the rebels are going to try to change that with this next attack. And luckily for them, I guess, well, it would have still been a 1-to-1. But we could use artillery on this one. In the woods, firing at them out in the clear. Now we got to go up the ridge, a big old hill, but it is a 1-to-1. We'll roll for Pickett's men, and he will suffer 2 reduction in that number for a flank attack. So rolling for a 2 or less with no die roll modifier. The big thing about flank attacks: 6. Step lost, and he can't retreat because it's zone's control. So he is 2 step lost here. All right, 4 or less for Pickett's men up on top of the hill, getting flanked and hammered with artillery. Flanked is killing him on top of the hill. 2 or less. Did I just roll a Union guy? 6. So he's gone too. Wow. Hold on. How many of those men are up there? I guess he's still here. What would he be doing there? Let me check this out real quick. We'll be right back. Alright then, forgot to press the record button. But we had to eliminate, I think, ooh. Oh. This unit here passed. This unit here suffered a step loss. So I had to retreat. So it's 1, 2, 3. I guess he had a 4. The difference between a 2 was 3, so he had to retreat out here. 1, 2, 3. He passed, so he was able to advance, therefore taking the spot. So this is what the map looks like after the Union combat phase. Definitely worth it. And we have an updated score of They suffered 2 brigades, 2 whole brigades of that step loss. So this is the updated score. Union definitely catching up, and might take the lead with the victory point hexes. We back. All right, so the first chit draw. It is 9th Corps going for Pickett's men and clearing them out. You could say that might be the turning point of the game. And here, if we can get a shot of there, we got 5 of the 7 victory point hexes in the federal hands. And only 2 of the 7 closing that gap. And that might have just did it. The rebels went to check out the situation. Ooh, that'll be it for the weekend's edition of Gettysburg. It's closing in on a Sunday night. And we'll call it a video. We're having a great time. Don't go anywhere. When we get a chance, we'll try to finish out this game. We'll be back.